Is it recording?
Yeah.
No, I'm blessed.
Oh, yeah, we just cut it out.
What's happening, people? Welcome to episode 310 of the Free Shots of Tequila. Raw! Whoa. These shots, what is this?
You even had a shot, yeah, don't lie, it's the heat,
Is
bro.
this thingy? Is this
It's the heat, bro.
by touch?
Man.
Nigga
entered your system.
Anyway, yeah, episode 310 of the Free Shots of Tequila podcast with myself, Marvin Abbey. He also got in the studio.
Mr. Exposed.
And Tazer Black.
And we've got a very, very special guest, man like. Can you just introduce yourself, please, brother?
Hey, my brother. Well, it's Adesope. Some people call me the energy god. Other people call me Shopsy-Doo. So it's a pleasure to be here, guys. Really, really a pleasure.
Do you know, on the way here, I was thinking, like, how would I describe you? And I was going to actually call you, like, the African academic, but I can't because you do more. To make sense. So, academic only kind of commentates on the culture. He's not in the culture, involved in the culture. You know what I'm saying? Where it kind of is because he does interviews, whereas Shophead does interviews. You see him with Afro Nation on the stage. Like any Afrobeat artist that comes to the UK comes to see Shops. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like it's a bit different. So I don't even know what I'd even call you still. What would you call yourself?
I think the easiest way to introduce myself is that I'm a radio and kind of TV broadcaster promoting Afro pop culture, Afro beats. However, over the last 10 years, I've kind of added a little bit more to it, like hosting concerts, and then I've worked in other aspects, A&R for Afro beats, PR for Afro beats. And then more recently, I use my page to kind of promote the culture. Showcase the young talent, even the big guys, whatever it is that they're doing, wherever they are, I just use my platform to put a spotlight on it. Because a lot of the other social media platforms, it's probably political. You know, if you like a Wizkid or something, then there's a Wizkid news. There's a Burna Boy world. You know, there's a Davido daily. But for me, I put everybody on. And Tiwa Savage, the young artist, Omale is in Poland yesterday. I put that on my page. You know, Buju is somewhere in Croatia. I put that on my page. So I just use my page so people can come on my page and see what's really going on with the culture. Mostly, recently, more positive stuff though. I've kind of like stayed away from the
negative.
Yeah, because it took a while, but I found my place where I just felt like, listen, I'm here to promote this thing, to make everybody look good. I'm not going to, if there's beef, some people enjoy a lot of traction through beef. You know, there's some kind of negative words being thrown from Burna somewhere. Everybody's on that. I just decided to stay away from it, you know.
But I think it makes sense because you're cool with everyone.
Yes.
So technically speaking, if you're cool with everyone in the scene, then why would you put something negative on your page about that person?
Facts.
Now they're going to see that and be like,
what's wrong with this guy?
Man. So when they see you now, it's going to be frosty.
Yes.
They're going to be like, so it makes sense.
Yes.
Like a Nigerian print.
Yes.
Kick up them boxes, man.
There we go.
That's social DNA.
I said, bro, I did the test.
So how was Afro Nation? That's the question. How was Afro Nation?
Bruh. Listen, Afro Nation, this is the best way to describe Afro Nation. Afro Nation is a festival that's completely run by Black women. So the first time, it was like 20 to 25,000 people, 80% Black women from largely the UK.
Where's that time machine?
And listen, I've listened to how you describe your type of women, and I'd say it's like 80% of those. 2022, it was close to 40,000 people. A lot more people came in from Europe. So France, Amsterdam, Norway, still heavy on Black women. At least 65, 70%. So for me, I just think Afro Nation was like an example of how powerful, influential, and how liquid Black women are. They spend money when they really want to go for their thing. You know, they're going out on holidays. It's like a holiday trip for a bunch of girls. They're buying their new clothes from like those online stores. Everybody's in mad bikinis. People are drinking. Everybody is friendly. It's not long. The man them.
Everybody but you was drinking.
Yes, but me. And I was on stage because I was entertaining for 3 days. And the thing is, most of the people in the crowd, they've got an energy where you can walk up to anybody. The guys are not there. Most of the guys came like maybe on the last day because they've been watching social media. Raw, it's that peak.
I'm landing.
Yeah, so it was crazy. And this time around, they didn't have as many after parties as they did the last time because it's a long day. People get to the beach probably around 4 or 5 in the evening. The concert starts and it doesn't finish until 1 a.m. So by 1 a.m.
You ain't going out again after that.
on the sand, bro, it was a workout. Your hips, it's mad. Yeah, so people are just walking back to the hotel. But on the first day or the second day, Chris Brown performed. For me, if you haven't seen Chris Brown perform before, you have to go and see it. That's like one of the greatest things I've ever seen. He didn't perform like it was at a festival. He performed like that was his concert. Ooh, so they set up, it took 40 minutes to set up his stage. Wow. And by that, I mean, they put a new stage on the stage
for him,
for Chris Brown. So he creates like a skateboard park type of feel where his dancers, he brought 15 dancers.
Yeah.
7 male, 8 female. They come on stage with him. And whilst he's singing and performing, they're doing their own thing. When he's not singing, if he's talking to the crowd, they're doing their own thing. It's like a movie. Like, I can't even explain. And he's doing every single song. He went into the fist pumping set, R&B set, and then he did the Afrobeat set.
Because he's got a lot, He's got a lot of music. So he can probably give you like a 90 minutes to 2 hour set.
Minimum.
I heard it's interactive now.
So interactive.
Because that's the one thing I saw on that. Sorry, cut you off. Where he was like, he likes to do this interactive thing where he lets the crowd. So he can let at any point he can let the crowd pick the next song.
Facts. He's asking.
Yeah,
you know
what I mean? So he's basically
asking.
like on the backboard there'd be like names of tunes and stuff like that where the crowd get to pick what he does next. And I was like, if you think of what goes into he has no idea what song, what order things go in.
He's that talented still.
He's special.
You know what I'm saying?
And he's definitely rehearsed everything.
Do you know what's mad though?
So do you know the craziest thing that I noticed at this performance was he didn't come with a live band. However, his music, his live instrumentation had been recorded as live.
Oh, wow.
And his engineer sat by the sound booth and is pressing play on just live instrumentation. So it's just Chris Brown and live instrumentation and 15 dancers on stage.
Oh.
So the stage is fully his. Like no guitarist, nothing. He brought like 2 big blow-up dolls, like women, naked women on their knees that they blow up to like 100 feet. Like this is crazy. It's crazy. And Wizkid had to come after that.
And you know that must be a challenge. Because even think about it.
Remember how Wizkid was saying, we're starting with Essence.
Listen, we're only performing Essence today. We're performing Essence for 45 minutes.
Thank God Wizkid had hit records.
Yeah.
Because
that would have been a challenge.
Bro, you can't.
Because remember he did Wireless. Because that's the same, the energy you're giving me now is like from the people I spoke to that saw him perform at Wireless, it was the same thing. People were like, it was insane.
I saw girls screaming differently.
Bro, they were like,
the girls are crying.
But remember, in the UK, he has something to prove. Remember, he's not been
here.
Yeah.
So for him, it was a statement essentially to let people know that I'm here.
That's what I was saying on the last podcast. Me and Taze were having a conversation about Usher, Chris Brown. I'm like, everyone thinks Usher and Chris Brown like it's gonna be like a dead like win for Usher. I'm like, I'm not saying
Usher would win,
better,
but it wouldn't be a landslide.
It's not gonna be easy. Usher's cold. But
Usher's cold.
But the thing is,
but it wouldn't be a landslide.
Usher's cold. But
2020? Are you talking about versus 2020 records?
Yeah,
bro.
No, like I'm saying, like versus, you know what I mean? With what they have now, I feel like Chris Brown is a contender. Like, you have to give him
what I'm
props.
saying.
Chris Brown is
no, I know.
But the way people are talking is like
he would defeat it.
It's a whitewash.
I'm like, bro, Chris, I'm not saying Usher won't win. I'm not sure.
I'm just saying it wouldn't be a
All I'm
landslide.
saying is
records, bro.
Chris Brown, for even the way he performs, like, because remember, a lot of the time in Versus, we've seen it, that someone you think's going to win, like Dipset, for example, we thought Dipset going to wash it.
We thought Omarion was going to wash Omarion.
We thought
Omarion still blaming.
washed him.
I think
2 days ago, he said
They
he said the sound man from Mario's team went to kind of sabotage. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Just say you lost, man. You
Man
lost.
was
You
eating-
gotta
man
take
was eating
ownership.
watermelons
But-
on the stage as well.
Bro.
What's all that rubbish?
You see his brother doing the jumping jacks naked.
Oh my god.
Jumping jacks naked?
Star jumps. Yeah, naked. Yeah.
What,
He was
on the
No, on Twitter.
No, he did it on the OnlyFans and someone recorded it and posted it on Twitter
Oh.
3 days ago. It's a
Oh,
madness.
Brother got OnlyFans.
Bruh, it's a madness.
And
Imagine-
you know, and now
imagine
when you
Star
look- and now when you
With-
look back
with
at man
his meat up.
eating the watermelon,
Yeah.
you're like, I knew that was on some weird shit.
Yeah,
I
normal.
knew it. But again,
Yeah.
if you think of it, Mario or Marion, if you like just at first, like if someone was to ask you and they say
was
answer
easy.
in 1 second, you
You
would have
say
said Omarion.
Marion, yeah, because you think of B2K,
It's
you're
easy.
thinking.
Yeah, you'd
he's got
literally
balls,
that for me easily. I would have said
Easy.
Marion, but Mario washed him.
Yeah, Mario.
Washed him.
Mario can sing properly. though.
Washed him.
But what I will say about that verse is hilarious. bro, 'cause
The
for
other
me,
guys,
Ray J, yeah, whether you hate him or love him, but the heat is hilarious, bro. When them brothers were doing the "If I had one wish" and he was holding his youth, yeah, man said.
I don't know why he was holding his. His you
But
didn't want to be there.
that's what
You
I'm
know the
saying, it's
funny
like
thing?
him holding the youth, the way
But
he
you have to
shook his head.
understand. You have to understand. Ray J is always trying to prove a point to his girl that now I'm that man you always wanted. You know, I'm a responsible
He's
guy.
got to let it go,
You
man.
shouldn't have brought her. You brought the kids there.
He needs to let
You
it
tried-
go.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
always trying to like. He's always trying to prove
No,
something.
but
Like, he
he's
got the
funny
tattoo.
though,
He got the
he's
tattoo
funny
of Brandy
Yeah.
to big
Oh,
her
the
up, and
tattoo,
she's
yeah.
like, "Yeah, the tattoo shit."
Yeah, no, but the tattoo's terrible though,
But-
isn't it?
No, but bro, this is my boy though.
Brother, the
This is
Ranger's
my
got
boy.
Brandy's tattoo.
he made Brandy
Yeah.
look like a gang member.
Are you for real?
Google it, Brandy tattoo. On his leg, Brandy's got like
He's always
the tattoo of Brandy's got tattoos on her face.
What?
Have you seen the tattoo? See, I told you,
No.
bro. That's the tattoo, bro.
He's doing too much on your skin. Like, come on, man. He just does too
Boy,
much.
Bro, that's
he
the
makes
tattoo.
so much money to just
Even
disgusting.
Ray J is hilarious.
He's a
Yeah.
funny moment. Even that
He's
time
a
he
funny guy.
released Unbreakable Glasses, and the guy goes, "Are you
Bro,
sure?"
Speedy,
He goes, yeah.
when he did the interview with Speedy, and he's
snapped.
like, "Are you sure?" Man said, "Break him,"
Snapped it.
and he snapped it.
He goes-
His response was funny. I don't care. I don't
No,
care.
but he done another thing the other day.
Let's
with the
break
same-
him.
with
Let's
the
go
same
and break him.
glasses, and he was like, "These are unbreakable." And everyone was like, "You sure?" And he's going, "Watch." And then basically with the glasses, you can turn them like you could like instead of him going just normally glasses do that.
Mm.
It can go like up, down, left or right. But obviously with anything, if you really want to break
If you
something,
push it, you can break
you
it.
can. But he was saying in terms of kids or people when they wear glasses, more times if you fall asleep with glasses on,
Yeah, it won't break.
it might bend here. Like you're not gonna really grab glasses and
Yeah.
do that.
But it
you know
was
what I'm
funny
saying?
because man says, "I don't care." Because Speedy was like, break him. Let's go and break him. And Speedy was like, "Are you sure?" Like, break him.
No.
Speedy was like, "Are you sure?" And then he snapped. It's like, I don't care.
I looked at you with a straight face, like,
Nah.
I remember the situation where he was eating the noodles at the award show.
At the-
But it was funny because he then did a video after where he was still eating noodles. It's like, I'm not sure what the noodle company was. And he's like,
He's good.
we had a great conversation.
Yeah, call me like an
Powerful.
endorsement. Yeah.
So we got something special coming.
That's what I'm saying,
typical,
buddy.
it was typical Ray J fashion.
You can't hate Ray J,
You
bro.
know
I'm
what I mean?
telling you.
So we got something coming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We had a great conversation. Said big bag.
Yeah, that was, but the verses was funny, man.
It was more
really
funny
bad.
than
If you think of Ray J, bro, Ray J is hilarious. Remember, it wasn't even about him, but he's hilarious because if you think about when he was having the beef with who was it?
Fabulous.
fabulous.
Oh.
It was
You know
goody
what I mean?
goons.
Bro.
Ridiculous,
bro. It was, bro.
I
The
get someone
way,
on your bumper.
bro, it's the way he was vexed.
Going off.
That's
Bro,
the
the way
wall
he was
there,
vexed.
We
buddy.
got 50 Rolls Royces outside.
50 Rolls Royces outside.
I said, but you were playing the piano. That's what I said.
Man said, "Hey, are we
Are we
live?
live? Charlemagne.
Are we live?
Are we live? Charlemagne, are we live? First off, I ain't gonna take no punk ass. Man said, I got an indoor pool and an outdoor pool. An indoor basketball court and an outdoor basketball court. I said, Ray J, talk your shit, bro. I got them niggas that come and be on these bumper.
The people like, you know
What
So
what
that
now?
interview basically
I
said,
said, hey, yo.
So that, yeah, so they were about to scrap the Breakfast Club. Because, number one, they were going through the hottest beef between Hot 97 and Power 105, and the ratings wasn't that good.
Okay.
But that show exploded. It changed everything for them. When they inducted the guys into the Radio Hall of Fame last year, Ray J was the one that came to, because of our We Live.
Oh, serious?
He came to induct
they've had some pivotal moments.
That's why they really...
Birdman.
The Birdman moment is
You got
another
to put
moment
respect on my
that
name.
put them.
Brother,
I watched that
Birdman-
again just for fun like 2 months ago.
Yeah, because when you take that, like that was another moment that put them on the map.
Yeah.
Because Birdman was
Blew up. Pissed.
Because you could tell he came, and I
All
think Birdman
three
thought,
of
I
y'all.
can do this. And when he got there, he was like, I can't do this.
No, I think,
You know when you're
someone said something in the studio though. at the
something,
time.
no, something.
No,
you know, you're like
they just-
something must have happened
because he was unless I think it was like maybe like a maybe
because he can't have been that vexed the
He's-
whole way
I think
there.
he-
No,
to
so
come.
it's usually the if you watch Breakfast Club from the beginning, Charlemagne was terrible. I remember
Charlemagne
when
is terrible.
P. Diddy first came to the Breakfast Club, he was basically saying, my brother, all the shit you talk, I respect you, brother, but this is my town. Because he just came into New York.
Okay.
And he was talking terrible. Remember, Busta Rhymes had him hung up.
Yeah.
I
Remember
followed them from
Breakfast
the
Club.
beginning. Yeah, but he didn't do it in the studio. They went somewhere and met Busta Rhymes there. Because then he used to do like rappers that you need to put in the freezer that they're dead cold.
Mhm.
So someone said, Busta, I said, Busta dead freezing cold. He ain't coming out of that. Busta took that personally and saw them somewhere and hooked him up. It was all them Tata Rock Nation and co that had to plead Busta down, he was terrible before. So all those times he used to say whack stuff about the likes of Birdman, this. So Birdman had been puffing up.
He
Yeah.
was steaming.
So when he knew he was coming to the Breakfast Club, he's like, do you know what? Today, I'm going to deal with it. But the thing is, he apologized that same night and wanted to come on the show. And Charlemagne said no.
Oh, serious?
Yeah. He called DJ Envy. He was like, our brother, it was shit. He got the because he found out how powerful the platform was after it went viral. You remember he
But you know,
trademarked respect on my name. He did t-shirt. He did merch by the next morning. People were buying t-shirts.
but you know who the one person I can say that had up Charlemagne probably 6ix9ine.
Yeah, but I love that.
6ix9ine had him up. Remember 6ix9ine came
Differently.
in
What
because
about the guy from Onyx?
oh no, he
yeah.
had
Do
him.
your
He had him.
Googles,
I was
nigga.
scared,
Do
bro.
your Googles,
Do your
nigga.
Googles, man.
With an S.
No.
When a nigga says Google with an S, bro,
said,
allow
do you
him.
Google?
Because he don't even know what the search engine
Because
is.
it was what's his name with Sticky Fingers.
What
innit?
else?
Yeah.
And you know, is you
Googles.
can see as well because Sticky Fingers and what's the other guy's name?
Fredo Star.
It's Fredo Star that said it, innit?
Yeah.
You could see that there was fear in the studio of Sticky Fingers. Because when they were asking Sticky Fingers, it was like, boy, is my man upset?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
upset.
When I'm
he's
upset,
gone.
but-
Yeah.
So he was kind of like,
He was like, I'm cool.
he was at the calm
Unless
one.
he's not
yeah,
cool.
Yeah, but Fredo was like, you can see Fredo's a hothead, but Sticky Fingers is the problem. You could see already.
He's
But
like,
that-
I'm cool if he cool. If he's not cool, I'm not cool.
Do your Google. Man took his glasses off. I remember this. Man said,
But see,
'cause I think
with Charlemagne,
because remember, you asked him a question about do you get head off brandy or something like that. And he was like,
Just got
I told you, I
triggered.
don't- he was like, I told you I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, but you said it in another interview, but I told you I don't want to talk about it. Like, why are you asking me about the question? Next week, he just
Charlemagne
switched
is
back.
selective.
Do you know about me?
Yeah.
That's a-
Charlemagne's
He's
very
changed
selective.
now.
Do your
Yeah.
Google shit.
Charlemagne was very selective with who he's,
He
he
poked.
say stuff.
Yeah.
Remember, what was the other guy?
He didn't
Was it
trouble
Loki,
Gucci. He
bro?
didn't trouble Gucci.
You knew you could never trouble
He
Gucci.
didn't trouble.
Gucci.
He didn't trouble.
Bruh.
Yeah, he didn't trouble Gucci.
Gucci almost broke the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
They were going. They had separated. They weren't talking.
Remember
After that interview.
after the Angela Yee one where
Yeah.
he got onto Angela Yee. Remember,
Yeah.
that man couldn't say nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They were
And there was the
pissed
one
off.
where
Oh, what when
Gucci said he was going to
Gucci
smack
was like,
DJ Envy, and then he said,
Yeah, 'cause
Angela
remember when he
Yee
said
wanted
Angela
to
Yee
sleep
was
with
on
me.
him?
Yeah.
Oh
Remember
no, 'cause I
when
saw that one. I saw when he said something to Angela Lee. Angela Lee denied it or something.
yeah,
Yeah,
but,
said you
but
came
they
into
were
my
vexed.
room.
And the meme was
Angela
like
Yee,
Gucci's like,
yeah. But
Yeah.
Angela Yee was so basically the way it was said
you
was,
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gucci.
He
because
was
basically what they were saying is Charlemagne and Envy didn't back Angela Yee in that situation, but they were like, yeah,
But-
we ain't
but-
fucking with you.
But the thing is,
Gucci.
it was even that interview was even okay. It was the one where he went to interview Gucci by himself.
Yeah.
in Atlanta that now completely
And that's where
split.
Oh, that was after
so
the
Gucci,
shooting.
yeah.
Yeah,
So Gucci's
and
then
Gucci
spoken
said-
more
and was
about
saying, I'm gonna
dead.
beat DJ
After
Envy.
the
I'm gonna
shooting.
smack him in the ass.
When he came out of jail.
When he came out of
New
jail.
Gucci.
The news.
Yeah, but no, but the shooting happened years ago. It wasn't
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
after
no.
the
So
shooting.
he's come out.
He's
But he's
come
come
out-
out and he's spoken about it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the first place.
That's when I knew. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't
And,
with Gucci
and
stuff.
Charlemagne.
And Charlemagne was laughing when he talked about Angelina
Yeah,
again.
so that's where it
So
was
he
rocky.
just went
So I
off.
guess the
So,
moment.
so what was the question that you asked? Sorry.
So he just said, he
Wait,
just
who chopped
basically
it?
said,
Wait, he said he chopped.
DJ Envy's like, he's a chick. I'm gonna smack him when I see him. And then he said, Angela Yee, that he kind of chopped.
He's got history with Angela.
Yeah, and he.
I think she tried to Ray Charles on the show, like, you know, like,
Yeah,
you know, like,
like, huh?
you know, like when you come on the show. It's like what happened with obviously it's still speculation, but it's like what happened with Big Zoo the other day when he went on Good Morning.
That was out of order.
That was Nikki.
No,
I
but
have to
okay,
say it was
no, yeah, but with that, yeah, it's similar. It could be that.
Because if she giggled along, I would have said cool. But it's like
She was
but
not
it's
on
like,
that.
bro, read the room, bro.
No, but
Like-
you're saying
No,
read
but
the
with
room,
Gucci, no. But with Gucci,
No,
he was feeling. Oh,
I'm talking
Zoo.
about big. I'm talking about that.
No,
Big
you're
Zoo
saying
thing.
read the room, yeah, but we don't know what's going on. It could have been a thing where she was like,
We don't know
Bro,
anything.
all we know,
no. What
bro,
I'm
we don't
saying
know
is-
nothing but the fact that she was visibly uncomfortable.
Yeah, she's uncomfortable.
Yes,
That's
but
what
what
I'm
I'm
No,
saying.
she
saying
didn't. She was visibly.
no, I'm not disputing that. What I'm saying is, it could have been a thing where they literally just met on holiday and they had a great time. Nothing sexual,
That's my
just
point.
partying
No,
wise.
that's-
So to him, Big Zoo's looking at it as, but why are you embarrassed about that?
No, but it's because we're not in
Bro,
our
she's
beef
a big
now.
woman.
We're in the
No,
BBC
that's a big
studio.
woman.
No, I hear that, and obviously he handled it wrong. I'm not saying he didn't, but what I'm saying is that's what I saw. It was like he felt giddy about it.
No, I
But
hear,
it's
I hear what you're saying.
naked.
You can feel as giddy as you want, but what I'm trying to say to you is, for example, that's like me and Shots being in Afro Nation, for example, and we had a good time in Afro Nation. Like we partied, there was babes about, cool. All right, I'm somewhere else now where
In a professional setting.
in a professional setting,
And
I'm
then
not
I
going to
bring
bring
that
the
on the
same
table.
story and
Yeah.
say, remember
No,
in
but
Afro
it's-
Nation?
Yeah.
Like, because,
No, but-
because remember, I don't know, like, you know, like for example, when you're at work and you got a gram and you know someone at work says, let me, oh, you're on Instagram?
Let me follow you.
Nah, I'm not even on there, you know?
I'm telling
Because you're
you.
like, brother, I'm working out. If they see me outside of work,
No.
Like, they-
No.
Bro,
That's
This
what
is- this
they
is
run
the same
into
person.
That's
the
what, no,
yeah,
that's what it felt.
exactly.
That's what it felt like. But I think Big Z thought, I don't give a fuck, man.
No, that's,
I'm myself everywhere.
But you can't think that though, because at the end of the day, remember, you can be like, fuck it, I don't care about me, but you have to care about other people, bro.
Mm.
Because remember, if she was like, oh, we did have a good time or whatever, you could see she was on a vibe of, like, she's all.
You don't know what she's told her family or what she was.
Yeah.
You don't know what, you know what I mean, or whatever. 'Cause now someone at home is thinking, oh.
But it was a bit loaded. Though.
And also
But-
the speculation, because remember, we don't know whether you at this partied and had a good time
Oh, there's more.
or man beat. We
But
don't know.
my thing is this. I feel like it was something that was definitely discussed before, only because of the way the brother asked them.
But the brother
So
seemed,
what-
no,
so
the
what
brother seemed a
happened
bit
exactly?
confused.
Basically,
We don't know.
They're sitting on set,
Yeah.
and then the co-host has
It's
gone.
like, oh, you lot know
so you
each
two
other.
know each other.
And you
So
met
that
on
was
Nah, I don't think so.
nah. The co-host was
Nah,
like,
man.
oh, so you two know each
I
other.
don't believe that.
So but she could have jumped in and said, yeah, we met, but he's now answered, and he's kind of basically insinuated
Saying about,
that
I beef
we
with
met
Rocks,
in
we
IB
beef
for
with
when
Rocks,
Chris,
we had
Craig David was
fun.
performing. We had fun,
Mm.
and then she's like, quiet again, and it's like,
And he keeps on
and then he's
going.
like, he's digging. He's like, well, you're not going to tell them the fun that we had. So it's like, where's this going? Where's it?
Then
But
she's like, I didn't really want to talk about it.
No
whatever.
way.
like, there's a time and a place, and then he starts laughing, and she's like, yeah, you carry on laughing, you keep giggling, and that's the point where I'm like, yeah.
It's uncomfortable.
But it could be anything. It could be like
And
they,
also, remember, this, in the green room,
they would have had a conversation about it.
no, I'm just saying, for example, like, that's like,
They probably wouldn't.
That's
you
us
know?
having a show and then you see me talking to
They
Shots
wouldn't.
behind stage in the green room.
Yeah.
So when you come out in front of the camera, you're like, oh, you two know each other.
Yeah.
It could have just been that.
Yeah.
Where like, it's true, because remember,
No, it could have.
Or
I don't know.
maybe
I doubt she
he had
told, man.
told his co-host that I know her, man. We hung out together.
Yeah.
And just to bring it there and get the fresh reaction, he just threw it on the table.
And I think,
You lot
but I
know
think
each
with
other.
the guy,
Yeah.
he didn't think it was as
Anything
deep as it was.
Yeah.
So now that he said that and it's gone on, he's thinking, why did I ask?
Yeah,
the
you can
question?
see him because he's kind of
Because he's baffled. Like, when you look
what?
at him, like he wasn't clocking what's happening. So Big Zoo's laughing his head off. She's rattled, and that brother's. You know what I mean? But you know when it's one of,
Yeah.
you know when you ask a question and it gets awkward and you're
And
thinking,
you're like,
Is
Because for me,
there something I don't know?
Because for me, I think it's like if they were brethren, isn't like, you know, like for example, if you're like friends with a girl properly, go on holiday, and then she might be at work, then you're in that setting and you're saying, me and Jennifer, we chopped it up. Beefer, you know, like we're good friends, known her from way back. She loves a party. And she'd be like, come on, time and place, man. We know each other for years. That's a different convo. But it looked like the first time they met maybe was in Ibiza.
Yeah.
And they vibed, but it's there, innit?
Stayed there, yeah.
But you've brought it back now to the BBC studios. And now she's thinking...
It's the innuendo.
I remember as well, I think with women as well, I think there's a stigma with women in the media as well. Like even I speak to women and they know, for example, someone like Tion Wayne, he can chop Steph, Miss Banks. He could chop all these people and no one will look at him any differently. They'd just be like, "Right, Tion's chopping hard."
Yeah.
But Miss Banks can't chop Giggs, Gets,
Nah.
Kano. Do you know what I'm saying?
Without people looking at it some kind of way.
Like,
The funny thing
so
is...
I think with her, she might be looking at it like, bro, relax, because I
You
don't
have
want
to
people
be-
thinking...
Bitch, my family here.
I was speaking to Tiwa Savage yesterday, and the same thing came up. She's been on tour in America, going from city to city, 17 cities.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was difficult for the lady. And I'm checking all her band members and engineer. They're going to all the after parties. They're picking up all the leftovers. They're having the time of their lives. And she's just there like that. And she told me that, listen, if you know what these guys were getting up to, it was crazy. But for me, I can't do nothing.
Yeah.
And it's even harder for the woman on tour. When I'm looking at them, David, it's a party. David brings all his friends. Burna, his best friends. They are partying. Once they get off stage, it's an after party. All sorts is going on. But for the ladies, they have to just be there like nothing. And so it's only the work for them, because any single thing that leaks out, like, it looks like
Bad
things
PR.
are happening, bro.
It's bad press.
It's almost like they're finished.
Yeah.
Brands will drop them, especially in Nigeria, like family brands, banks, all those things. They'll drop you like this. But with the guys, they'll stick. They'll stick.
So you
with the
gotta
guys.
have a particular image.
It's tough. It's tough.
What's the artist that does that Booger song?
Kiss Daniel.
But it's funny because he was at a show where he was picked up one woman or whatever.
Yeah.
And basically it was the funniest comment because they were like, he's got aunties in Nigeria in the chokehold. If they see him, they were like,
Bro.
they see him doing this.
Even here, you know,
They were like, if they see.
he just had a concert in London like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
His audience, the uniqueness about Kiss Daniel is his audience is different from Burna Boy or Wizkid. So he's got women from age 18 to age 55.
Yeah.
Oh, serious.
And they're like, he
all
don't
the
want to alienate.
aunties love him. Brixton Academy was packed to the rafters and it was 50-50 from 40 years old up and maybe 18 years old. So he has all the aunties, they love him. So when he's doing all those things now, they're thinking,
The aunties are thinking,
they're not happy with that, you know.
What is this? Kizzy now. Oh.
When they come to see this,
Kizzy, baby.
They don't want that. They don't want that. Yeah, they don't want that. Yeah,
Because
that's
someone was
very
like, the
interesting.
aunties are at home
Get
screaming
pissed
right
off.
now.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question off topic
Yeah.
here. How do you tantalize the aunties?
What?
As in woo them.
So
You see that right now, if you wanted to DM a babes, you
Yeah.
know what to say. With
Yeah.
the aunties, how do you
You
win
got-
them
listen,
over?
you go
got
straight
to-
to the point.
You got to send him a picture of palm oil
You go,
in a new container.
you see exactly what you're saying to the babes, the young girls. That's what the aunties want you to tell them. They want you to act like she's a 25-year-old woman. Even though she's a big woman, she wants you to be like, what's
The
that?
aunties want to remember, when it comes to people
Want to
when
play
they
with
get
big
older,
boy.
women want to feel young.
Exactly.
They want charm. If you give an auntie, auntie, they even give her
But you have to
auntie.
charm her with respect.
Just
Yeah,
say,
Don't
oh,
disrespect me.
Yeah.
You gotta say
Because you're looking
something
at, don't disrespect me.
oh, what university do you go to? Me, I stopped long time ago.
Yeah.
I'm serious. How old are you?
Then
I'm
when you
45.
like,
Oh,
You look 35, man.
is this your sister?
You look 22. You look 23. You know you gotta say the two like the Nigerian. You gotta look 23.
There's like a auntie at my workplace, like a Nigerian auntie. She invited me to her birthday. Maybe she was turning 50 or something. And one of her friends was nice. And I was just messing with her. Like, yo, that your friend. She nice, you know. She can get big, you know. And then she called her friend. She's like, this young boy is just talking. her friend was loving it. You know, she just smiled. She'll come my way. Have you had something to eat? I told her, I said,
They love that one,
friend,
you know.
Yeah.
Have you eaten?
Yeah,
Please, Shaki, please.
I'll go and get someone to fix your plates.
Remember, because I feel like old school women like that.
Busola, come on, go and feed Marvin.
This boy is a troublesome boy. Yo.
Yeah.
They're onto you.
This one is a problem.
Have you eaten? Oh, yeah.
So for dessert, is it cheeks or breast that you want?
Both. Because the funny thing is, when you were younger, yeah, you didn't see it, yeah. But when you're older, you look back at the parties. Aunties were shaking bum bum in the rave, you know?
No, bro, it was a twerk, bro. It was
I'm
a
telling
twerk
you.
first.
With the
what
shoulders
they're
and
doing.
so. You
Brother,
know. Keep it in one space.
And you weren't thinking anything sexual of it.
Nah.
Aunties
It does
was
seem.
moving, the bum was moving like this.
Bro, have you seen
Uncle
Megan?
sweating, you know?
Have you seen Megan Thee Stallion on stage, though?
Uncle sweating.
Wait,
Have you seen?
No, yes,
Megan?
I've seen videos. Yeah.
She's,
Yeah, her bum control is crazy.
She goes in.
The Megan video that when I knew that Megan was a madness. Because the thing is, Megan shakes her bum all the time, so it's kind of like you get desensitized to it a little bit. You're like, oh, Meg, you're always shaking your bum. But the one that her makeup artist recorded, when Meg was like on the chair in front of her, I said, what?
Yeah, she goes in.
Oh yeah, that one was mad.
Brother,
Yeah.
defying the laws of all types of gravity, bro. It was, brother, I swear, I'm like, how? Like, even in Wireless, when she was on there, like,
She
was on the
puts
not on the
in
floor.
A lot of
She was
work
kinda
on
like-
stage, man.
I'm thinking, what's your knees made
Yeah.
of? Every football team in the world needs to scan her knees.
For DNA.
Brother, the ACL is crazy strong. No, it's strong. The ACL,
holding up.
cruciate
But you know what's
ligament.
mad? I don't think she's.
Mhm.
I was gonna say maybe she's not as. I don't know if this is mad to say.
Like-
She's not as heavy as she looks.
No, but that's nothing to do
Yeah.
with heavy.
No, it is. I'm talking the pressure on the knees.
No, but you're
Yeah,
remember,
but that now you're talking like an African man, and that's something someone said at Afro Nation. One guy was just standing next to me, and he was folding his arms, and I'm looking like, bro, this is the guy's like, he's not as big as it looks on TV. I'm like, bro,
No, I'm not saying in a bad way. I'm saying
Yeah,
that's
I
why she
think-
has such control.
No, I don't think it's that. Because remember, at the end of the day, in terms of your body, it's like when you look at like chest press, and then, for example, 100K chest press to everyone in this room is different because we all weigh different
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, but it's still relative to your body. So I'm saying, although she might look lighter than she is, it's still her knees that she has to deal with. There's man lighter than her, knees finished. There's people heavier, knees are, you know what I'm saying?
I think she's
It's
definitely.
crazy.
I think she's definitely rehearsed it. Talking about Megan, the way she
she's
twerks.
doing
That video
so
of her
well.
twerking, and the makeup artist was filming her. Yeah,
No,
that
but
video.
no,
I
but
found
on
out
Wireless,
that video
the
was.
video on Wireless when she's literally like she's sitting on the, she's not sitting on the floor, she's kind of sitting down, but her bum's off the floor, and she's just going like.
Can I
up
just
and down. I'm like, what the hell?
say that I didn't see Cardi B's performance live. I watched the video, but Cardi B was first, and then Nicki. Nicki definitely watched Cardi B's set and said, "Yeah, I need to change. I need to change my set. I need to change my set."
Is
Because
it
Nicki
what-
was like
She
half
went-
an hour late,
Mhm.
and it felt like she rushed her set. Because I think Nicki does this thing where she starts off stush, then she warms into her set. But you know what? You know UK, they don't give a fuck. They say it finishes at 10:30.
Bro,
10:30.
they
I don't care
turn
who
off
you are.
they turn off the
Yeah,
mic.
I don't care who you are. So
I've
because
got
of
everything.
Yeah.
so because of the delay, it took her long to warm into her set. So when she was finally warm, they turned it off. 'Cause it was
No
late.
way.
Yeah, because it was late. It took long. But I believe she watched Cardi's set and was like, I gotta turn up. Because all them ones where she's on the bed and she's twerking by herself, it's like, I don't think she was gonna do that.
I saw Cardi take her shoes off.
Listen, Cardi
No.
went in. Cardi
No,
went in.
Serious.
Cardi went in.
Cardi and
Cardi went in.
Megan, right now, I've got to be honest with you, for rappers, female rappers, they are setting a different bar on stage. Like Megan, I saw her at Afro Nation Puerto Rico and I saw her in Portugal. She comes to stage with like 7 or 8 dancers all dressed alike. So they've got performance outfit and they perform like she's a singer, even
So
though
she's a
she's
rapper,
rapping.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So they have all of those things. She brings her fans on stage. The crowd interaction is crazy. And she does that everywhere she goes. So for Nicki's an icon, a legend, or whatever. But if she's going to be turning up on stage now, especially with these other women, the way they're doing their
She's gotta
thing,
play catch up.
you're going to have to give it 1,000.
Because you gotta think about it. Nicki Nicki walked so Cardi could run, essentially.
Facts.
And Cardi's running.
Facts.
So I'm saying,
Facts.
and you can't be
Cardi's
mad.
running
You can't be
barefoot.
She paved the
You
way.
can't be mad at it because remember
She paved the
they're
way.
from the same place essentially
Yeah.
in New York,
Yeah,
hood. They
yeah,
grew up
yeah.
in the ends,
Yeah.
and then Nicki done it the. I wouldn't say not the smart. I wouldn't say the smart way. She just done it her way, where it was like I'm rolling with the man them,
Yeah,
and I can rap.
Yeah.
Nicki done it through. I think, Nicki's
Hard
path was harder because
hard work,
Nicki
man.
had to.
Rap.
Co-sign
No,
with the
yeah,
guys.
Nicki had to be with
The man
technically
them.
Speaking, she was with
Gucci.
two of the goats.
Yeah.
No, when she
But
was
she was a
young-
Gucci.
young-
First. Yeah, but she was a Gucci first.
Yeah,
Gucci,
but-
Waka Flocka,
Yeah.
and then
And then-
Lil
But I
Wayne.
mean, when she was
Lil
with
Wayne.
Wayne and Drake
Yeah,
and them,
yeah.
like, that was a team.
Yeah,
As in, like,
mad.
I remember any tune
And you gotta
that
stand
Nicki
out.
featured on, she stood at, like,
yeah,
remember
yeah.
Monster, like,
Mm.
she done her thing still.
So she's worked, and then boom.
But with
So because
Cardi,
of
I
that,
feel like it was harder because with Cardi, people looked at
Reality
it
star.
like, it's some-
yeah,
you know
no,
what I
but
mean? It was
no,
some
but the
any-
reason, but the reason,
You
but
know,
the reason,
people were looking at it like,
But I don't think Cardi was even a rapper. And that's like,
Reality
why-
no, she
star.
wasn't.
but
a
that's
rapper.
why it
Cardi
was
wasn't a-
harder.
Cardi
No, but
wasn't
that's
a-
why it was harder
No,
for
no,
her.
I think that's why it was easy for Cardi because I feel like, and
She
that
didn't take it
sounds
seriously.
weird, like,
We weren't
but
expecting
it
anything.
weren't, we weren't expecting that from her. So when, and then it's like
Blew
Cardi,
up.
but
Yeah.
you know, in some certain times in life, some people are just a natural at something. I feel like Cardi, whether she writes or
She was
or
an
not,
entertainer.
you can see that she improved.
Yeah.
Like, what's her first song? Kodak Yellow.
Bodak,
Bodak
Bodak,
Yellow.
yeah.
Bodak, yeah.
Remix.
Kodak Yellow. Like,
Yeah.
that from that song to what she's doing now, like you can hear the difference. You can see she,
Bro, to know how
like,
crazy
she's
it is,
improved.
she's more powerful than her husband right now.
Mm.
And that's a fact. Like, she's more powerful than Offset right now.
But you know the maddest thing is,
Cardi?
when I was in Atlanta, me and Dax were talking, like there's certain artists that have changed hip hop. Like you can see when they came out the shift.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yep.
So for example, like Young Jeezy, when he
Yep.
came out with that trap shift,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Lil Wayne shift,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? DMX shift,
Yep.
like B.I.G. Mace, that
Yeah.
shift. But when Migos came out, brother, shift. Because that rap
Shift.
now, everyone can, like,
that mumble rap.
that mumble
Yeah.
rap, yeah, like, and even just the ad-libs and
That's
the way
where
they
the
like,
money's at now.
but the way they flow in and out, but it's not an easy thing to do, you know. When you actually listen to it, like the song with Gucci, I get the bag, the way the man started that,
and because they're
crazy.
three guys that have different styles.
but
that
it
perfect.
blends.
They're
Bro.
family, innit? They're family.
They're literally family.
Yeah.
It's
Mm.
crazy, bro. So like,
Crazy.
I hear what you're saying though in terms
Yeah.
of Cardi B, but I feel like them man of like they're staple.
Yeah,
Like,
oh,
if they went to rap again, you can't. Like I feel like people might try and forget Migos, but I'm like, you can't forget Migos, bro.
No, but it's
They've
one of
done
them.
a lot.
It's what music is.
It's fickle, innit?
It's but
Terrible,
it's you got to go back. Like one of them things where something will happen today, we're not gonna understand it or appreciate it today. Things will have to happen for us to go back and then be like, okay, this was the moment why
Yeah.
this is allowed. So what I'm saying with Cardi and Megan, it's definitely Nicki Minaj. Maybe Nicki Minaj can say it was Little Kim, but Nicki, like, don't get me wrong, her fans
Nicki
are
birthed all the new school.
Bro.
Yeah, but her fans
are crazy.
crazy.
Bro.
Sometimes it puts me off.
They were screaming in London the other day.
Yeah, but that's
Nicki
why it
was
goes
like,
to-
She was
Yeah,
begging people.
Yeah, but-
she had to beg people
No, but-
just to
but
be
you
able
see-
to come out of the
But
car.
you see the fan
She
base
had
now.
to tweet
That's crazy.
beg. that please, they're
You mean-
gonna shut us down. Line up. I beg you.
No, but I don't think she understands the power that she has.
She knows.
No, she does.
You
Have
don't.
you
You
forgotten
don't. You
when-
can't do. You can't do
Have you
stuff like that.
forgotten
If you
when
know
the
your power.
Barbs
No, she
had
does.
problems with Steph London? Did you see what the Barbs? The Barbs literally took Steph to 1 million followers on Instagram. Have you forgotten?
I understand what you're saying.
They're
yeah.
crazy,
No,
bro.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, when I say understanding your power,
No,
when I'm saying understand your power, yeah. For example, that Brent, is it Fiaz or Fiaz?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the other day he just tweeted a location.
It's mad. My daughter called me and said, my friends are going now. Within 1 hour, her friends were there.
Bro, he tweeted.
They left
I'm gonna
Essex.
I'm gonna
to
be in this
Central
location
London, bro.
in 2 hours. He just put a location. I think Greek Street. or
Yeah,
something, in
a
2
cafe.
hours. Brother,
He couldn't
if you
come
see
out
the
of the
road,
shop.
you would have thought it was carnival.
He couldn't come out of the shop.
Serious.
You would have thought it was carnival.
He had like 5
But you
security
can't.
men that posted the video.
You can't do that. You've now caused traffic
Yeah.
for those who are trying to go
Do you
Regent
know what the
Street.
problem is?
Do you know what I'm saying?
Because
Like, that's what I mean about you. You don't really
you
know your
don't
power
know.
until you do certain things. And that was, I didn't know he was that big. He's
So-
selling more units than Chris Brown.
So right now, Brent Fires, I tell a lot of people like Brent Fires, Rod Wave, and a bunch of others, like 5 years ago, they were basically just TikTok, like YouTube artists, where they didn't have videos. So they'll drop audios and that will go mad viral. A lot of people were listening in their rooms. I used to kind of throw shots at them and say, this is suicide music. Because it's heartbreak songs.
yeah.
Heartbreak. I hate myself. But the teenage girls bought into that, so crazy.
Bro.
Now he's still indie and he's about to go #1 in America.
Yeah.
So he's got the number one.
serious?
Yeah.
This is what I was saying to you
In
about
America.
but this is what I was saying to him last week about NBA Youngboy.
Yeah. Look,
He's
those
tapped
teenagers-
into that. He's tapped into that database. That fan base
Yeah.
of people who are like hood,
But
but they're
different.
on smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's tapped into
Yeah.
that world, but it's like no, I want to say not even
No,
different
no,
because
no.
to them they all appeal. They all
Yeah.
appeal
No,
to each other.
I've no NBA Youngboy's got a massive reach because he's got the hood man that will be like the hood niggas are like, yeah, let's take NBA. Then you've got the other black
got
people
the
that are
Emo,
not
it's
in the
like
hood.
emo rap.
But
emo rap.
he's got everyone.
And he has the white boys in the suburbs crazy.
Yeah.
Those ones that are streaming consistently. His numbers are, he's been doing platinums, even 21 Savage. Those guys there, Ross.
Ross, the
Ross,
white one, yeah.
he hasn't got a radio record. I was watching an interview today. He was about to sign to Sony and he asked them that I only want one thing from you guys. Get me on the radio and I'll sign a full deal. So let's try with this single. They didn't get him on the radio. He tore the contract and went back indie. This guy does 20,000 capacity every city he goes to. He's got over 21 platinum plaques in his living room.
And he's independent.
And he's independent and has no radio record till now.
He's the one that said if Drake,
that.
adopted the same mindset as me,
Yeah.
Drake will kind of
He
collapse
drops
the whole music
He
industry.
dropped a record every week for 1.5 years. He went from $200 on iTunes, on TuneCore. In 6 months, he started making $100,000 a month on TuneCore. He was dropping a record every week.
And it's compound. It's compound. Is it like for example, you put £10 in your account every month. By the time it's 6 months, it's like
It's just building.
it's building. But you're still getting the same interest.
Yeah.
That's basically what he's doing with music. Same with YouTubers.
He's
They
just serving them.
just
Boom.
keep giving it out. Before you know it, one of your videos will go viral.
just
Everyone will
and
go
then
back and
go.
watch the old ones. All the old ones are now getting views. There's 100 to watch.
Papoose dropped an album every month last year. And it was December that the album that he dropped in December had a single that had a shift. That was the record with Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
And then he did the remix with Busta and this. But he dropped 12 albums in 1 year on TuneCore.
Yeah, they said that he thingy. That I saw
Even Gucci.
when they said that he worked the hardest, like he was the hardest working rapper last year.
Even Gucci. How much mixtapes has Gucci got?
Right,
Go on
Nah,
Gucci Spotify.
Yeah, some of their garbage though.
No, it's garbage, but people listen. But people listen to it though.
Bro,
But people
You
listen
need
to
to
it.
be careful, man. Gucci might come in the UK.
No,
I
no,
saw
no.
him in Italy last time.
no,
Man was 6-pack in
But the thing
Italy.
about Gucci, yeah, when you see Gucci, there's certain people you see that
You
look
just
like they're
know.
about it. And
You
you
know.
can see, even that interview we're talking about with
With Charlemagne.
when they spoke about the guy who like tried to kill him or
Pookie.
whatever, but his face switched, bro. Man was like, I put a nigga in the dirt.
Bro, he looked at Young Jeezy and told him, I'm smoking on Pookie tonight. Yeah, in that Versus. And Young Jeezy couldn't...
but no. Because we were messaging each other.
He-
Gucci's reply was cold.
Yeah, but still...
Nah,
Gucci's reply was cold.
Gucci's reply was cold. Jeezy ignored, man. The DJ hit it, man. I'm the realest nigga in it. You already know. I was screaming in Dubai, bro. I was screaming in Dubai, bro. I didn't drown in my jacuzzi. I said, what? That Versus, oh my
That
God.
Versus
The
was
thing
cold.
But
is,
people were scared, you know.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of
apparently,
people
I
in
heard
it, they
still.
were so scared it was going to go left. You know,
You
they've
can
been
imagine,
trying
though.
to do like a Versus in Afro beats for like almost a year.
serious.
Yeah, they've been trying to get the big dogs to kind of go one-on-one. But, you know, it ain't going to be easy, man. It's not easy. They're trying
There's
to...
too many egos, man.
Yeah.
I don't. Do you know what it is? I don't think it. There are
'Cause you're
egos,
scared,
but,
like-
but if someone loses that, they're fuming.
And for
I know
Africans,
Afrobeat stars. Like,
They won't keep quiet.
Brother.
You've got Wizkid FC on Twitter, 30BG, and then the Outsiders. These guys go in. Wizkid FC are worse than the Bows.
Do you know how I knew the Wizkid FC were bad?
Ah!
what during the
Well,
Vibe Cartel thing? The Vibe Cartel thing?
Bro.
Yeah, no
10-10.
signal one.
No
Yeah.
signal.
They weren't even listening.
They just saw Wizkid. They're like, what?
They voted for Wizkid.
They're like, wait, what? Were you not saying? And you know how people are sending,
Wizkid.
how can you play this Wizkid song versus this Vibes? They didn't even care who Vibes was. Vibe who?
Wizkid.
They were backing Wiz. I say, yeah,
Bruh.
this is mad. This is mad.
Because I say it all the time that Wizkid for us is like the firstborn child of the new generation. Without Wizkid, with all due respect, a lot of the younger artists would not have been able to step into Afrobeats because he was the first young talent that we had that became a superstar.
Yeah.
So because of him, all the other young talents that would have just been in the studios hoping that maybe in 4 or 5 years' time I'll get like a break, they had the confidence to step up. And then a lot of the record labels also wanted to invest in a young talent. So now once they saw Wizkid was doing HMV Apollo in 2011 by himself, 5,000 capacity in London. No mainstream radio, no mainstream TV. We had nothing. It was just word of mouth and African restaurants. And he was doing that then. where you had to take a guy to African restaurants so people can know that he's in town. You know how bad that is?
It's true. That is true.
Bruh, you had to.
There's one in Holloway that's renamed itself Bare Times.
Yeah.
Every time I drive past it on a Saturday, I'm like, hello, there's someone's uncle's in here, man. You can just tell.
You had to take them there so people could know that, man's in town.
This is the next one.
And that's how Wizkid was selling out back then. So because of his success, all the likes, Burna and them David, they've been doing music as well around the time Wizkid was. But because of his gold time, everybody now had to follow suit. You know, when Wizkid came here to do like LA Lounge back in the days, David was in London then too. But he was that was the time he had run away from home. He was squatting with his friends in Elephant and Castle. Man was living rough.
So for you, because obviously you have a better insight than us, When was the first? What song would you say you're like you phone all your friends and be like, you see, Wizkid's gone?
I think it was. It had to be "Holla at Your Boy" because that was the first thing that we saw that was like a Justin Bieber effect. So there was this song, "If You See Me Pass By, Holla at Your Boy," and we saw the video. He was riding bicycles. They put it on Facebook at the time. From YouTube, put it on Facebook. It was like, who's this young guy? And straight away, the young girls instantly went crazy for him. So when I saw that, everybody was like, yo, this boy is about to blow, And then he came to the UK for like a club appearance. And from that moment where we saw how people were reacting to him, we just knew that, this boy, that superstar thing. And he's one of the few people that had like a debut album that has a minimum of 7 classics on that. Tease Me, Don't Dull, Holla at Your Boy. So that's why whenever he's on stage, he's like, let me check my day one fans. That's when people go crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my hands up, When I went to the Wizkid concert, I went with my brother in it. There were certain tunes that he was running, and I was like, I forgot this was Wizkid.
That's him. Yeah.
I forgot it was Wizkid.
Those old school, when he goes bang, bang.
They went crazy.
That's when.
Do you know what this is? When I think of Wizkid, I think of like when Afrobeat was only like played in certain places.
Uni raves.
No,
even for me, it would be like uni raves.
No, not even the uni raves. There was like certain, like in London, there was like certain Nigerian
African clubs
that you were like
LA Lounge.
Not even LA Lounge, like Steam Bar, like Paddington. Steam Bar. Like there's certain places like where you just know that like if I hit Afrobeats,
it's gonna be there.
I mean, this is African. This is a predominantly African rave.
Yeah.
As in like you had. Whereas now Afrobeat, I went to America, bro. They're playing it everywhere.
I posted a video today.
Like everywhere.
I posted a video yesterday, and it was a highlight of Wiz Khalifa, Meek Mill, Drake, everybody in their story singing Last. And they're basically in different locations in the States where the song is ringing off.
What is it about that song, you reckon?
So I think I'm going to say
it's
this.
It's a relatable song, one, from the sample, and it's just a wavy fucking song.
No. I think it was a relatable song, one. The sample was very good. Burna was definitely telling a story that a lot of people related to. But I'm going to say this. I think Steph, when she gassed us about the response, she put a battery in that song too.
When she said she was going to drop a reply.
Yeah, because a lot of people, even me, as much as I love Burna Boy and I love the song, I didn't think anything of that song until when Steph said she wanted to drop something. So I was like, let me go and listen again. She wanted to drop a response because
she didn't drop anything. Yeah, she didn't drop anything.
That song was basically...
she dropped like an intro saying at 7 o'clock or something. And then when it came out,
she told us to go mind our business.
She's like, mind your business. I'm not chilling that.
So everyone's gone back to listen to Burna Boy.
To find out what
is it
he had said.
He was saying that Steph was going to reply to.
So he was basically, it was a heartbreak song. He was talking about his girl. So when Steph now responded and said, yo, I'm going to say my own thing and dropped a little refix that said, last, yo, fuck you. Everybody's like, what? Then let's go and listen back. Where did Burna really say anything bad? He didn't say anything bad.
But but for me, I feel like the tune is so big because I feel like it's a tune with like 100 bows to his feather. If that's the correct saying.
Flying.
Because for me, it's like...
it's flying.
Brother.
Just going, man. Like different stories. Like,
anyway,
I don't know to say that.
But what I'm saying, for example, like you might like the Tony Braxton original.
Yes.
He was so you're like, this sample's cold. I remember Tony Braxton. Yeah. Then you might like even the intro. That little, there's no music and it just drops in. And then even just the way he sings, the outro, like, but there's too many elements to the song. Like even we had a conversation in the group the other day, and we were like, what tune's bigger? Or what tune do you think will be bigger? The Essence or Last? In my opinion, I believe Last will be bigger. And the reason I believe it'll be bigger is because...
Will be bigger.
Yes. It has potential.
I feel like Last will be bigger because Essence, I believe, was like, it's smooth.
Slow burner. And it kind of built.
And it's more for the ladies.
Last has caught every...
It's more for the ladies. The Essence is like, more for ladies, but
this is both
but
of us.
But the man
now.
didn't rate it. Yeah. But last is like the
every
man
one
are
of
like,
us.
Can I say?
And the ladies are like,
last is just catchier.
Every one of
us. It's a catchy song as
Yeah.
well. Like I said, you know what I mean. We also think, when you think of music as well,
but Essence was 2 times platinum.
100%. So when you think
Crazy.
of music like that, so you have, songs that are, when you think of Essence and stuff like that, it's one of those songs you listen to and it's got what's the word?
Replay value? No?
That not even that, it's substance.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It's
Thames
one of
as well.
those songs.
Mm.
But
Yeah,
like I
her
said,
voice.
I
It's
feel Last
smooth.
is
Essence
bro,
is smooth.
Last is one of those ignorant songs we love.
Did you see his entrance in Barbados yesterday?
Yeah. Them jeans though. Burna Boy is dripping
In Barbados, bro. It's like everybody went crazy.
Hey,
bro.
another thing I was gonna say.
Do you know what's mad for me?
It's mad.
I don't want it to sound negative or racist or whatever, but when you normally in terms of Afrobeat and hip hop, reggae, whatever,
that's Barbados, bro.
Mental.
The Prime Minister came to come and hug him up.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like in terms of Afrobeat, that's what you know it's mad. Because normally, me growing up, for example, anytime there was like a Afrobeat song, or whatever, the West Indian people, they didn't really fuck with it. They were like, oh, whatever, man. Have your music, man. Like, you got the little vibe, but they were like, whatever. Whereas
now,
everybody's identified.
Yeah, now it's cool.
That's
be
my
we
point,
all
right?
now.
But I'm saying
people
now,
coming up to me saying,
man's even in
are you going to
Barbados.
Nigeria this Christmas? You know Lagos boy. Allow it, man. This is all new, bruv. Like, bro. Like, come on, man. I said, where's my mum from? I was from Lagos. You're Lagos boy. Brother, I've been saying it, but you don't care. Now all of a sudden, oh my God, Wizkid, Burna Boy, now you lot care. Oh, you're from Nigeria? Oh, wait, man.
Americans saying, I need to go to Nigeria.
Yeah, I need to go to Nigeria.
You gonna take me?
Listen, this is gonna it's gonna segue into something negative, yeah. Because I pressed play on a video the other day. No, it's a YouTube video. Basically, it said, wow, this is evil. I was like, okay. And it was boosting petrol companies, basically saying how they found their riches. And then one of them was like Shell, basically.
Nigeria.
Yeah.
No, but wait, how it started is the dad used to sell shells, as actual shells from water.
Wow.
He used to collect them. And then he gave his business to his sons, I think Manuel and Samuel. And they were like, yo, we need to kind of diversify the brand, blah, blah, blah. Someone gave them a heads up about oil in the Middle East. So they were like, we're going to call our company Shell. But they realized they couldn't really expand in the Middle East. So they're like, where else can we go? And there was three things, yeah. The first one was we need a poor country. The second one is a country where the army we can take over. So we need a country that's high on corruption.
Hey!
They devised the list here. Nigeria was
top of the list.
So they're like, let's go over there.
Top of the list.
So they found a way to kind of like...
They said their criteria.
Yeah,
I'm saying, you might tick all the boxes.
They found a way to kind of get over there. But the one thing that stood out, and I think It's only this year or last year
Mm.
that they got compensation for it. So
Oh.
they went over there, they built all their oil reserves, blah,
Yeah.
blah, but then there was one that they tried to do a silent protest.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
That
they
they killed
killed,
people.
yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
army
yeah.
killed like
Yeah.
90 people. And one of the guys that they killed was the head of one of the heads of the
Community.
that was
Yeah.
literally leading the protest.
Yeah. Definitely.
So they were like, listen, like this is not just gonna go under the radar.
Yeah.
They worked out how much. I think Shell started in like the 90s. They worked out how much they made.
They've made. It's
$2
crazy.
trillion.
So on this album,
And they paid out 15.5 million to families that suffer.
on this
That's
album, with Burna Boy's album, there's a record there called Whiskey. And it's basically talking about black. They call it black air in Port Harcourt, which is a result of all this oil companies, fracking and all them things. It just completely mashes up the water and the air. Like, it's terrible. So he was singing about, he's always talking about it. The fact that, the people that are, where people make the most money in this oil company, the people there, a lot of people there
are suffering. The water's black.
The water's finished.
Because it's in terms of like where they take the oil out of,
it's just completely...
They're supposed to like cap it so that like when they put the pipe in whatever, they take the oil out. But because they don't care. So a lot of them, some of them,
into the water.
they're leaving it, so it'd be leaking into the water. And the problem is, a lot of the places, they're fishing communities. So they make their money from fish, and that's how they eat.
I even watched
you've just messed up their whole
way, but I
thing.
found in Nigeria, from the documentaries I used to watch, like you would find that a lot of the pollution and stuff from people stealing, the oil. So what would then happen is, remember some people
They'll
find
leave
a
it
pipe,
open.
and they would bust it, they would break a pipe where they would, siphon.
Stealing
But once you bust the pipe, you take
It's
whatever, but
leaking.
it's just going to leak out.
Yeah.
Leaking, but also that's because the infrastructure there is
it's
bad.
because they're suffering.
Yeah, like you've essentially got the army in your pocket as well. So whenever there's someone brewing somewhere, they're like, send the army there.
That's why the former military presidents and rulers, the billionaires, all those guys were billionaires. Their kids were rocking heavy.
Bro, I was in tape one time.
That's where they go now.
Yeah,
I
spoke to a guy.
Man. I don't know what.
And the guy said,
everybody's going there.
The tapes the place. The guy said to me, I just found my way into it. Yeah, his family's into oil.
Yeah,
he said my dad built one oil reserve, and he said the profits we get off that, we can build another 28.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So think of the profit margin.
So they give them. It's like favors. So when your friend becomes the president, it's like a gift. So he gives you the license to build an oil rig. So what you now do is, because you don't care about it, you find Shell or whatever, and you give them that license they gave you, and they'll just be giving you proceeds. You can give them for 20 years. And
because remember, we don't actually know how much oil is in Nigeria.
Yeah.
But Dubai and them places there's definitely a cap, because you can see even in Dubai, they're building into the water now.
Yes.
They're not going into the land. Remember, it's desert. They're actually building. Like, have you seen a new farm
the water back
that they're building?
Yeah.
No, have you seen a new one?
No.
So you see the one that we already go to now? It takes us like, I think you drive all the way down and then you could turn right or left. It takes you about 30 minutes to kind of cover the farm.
Check it out.
It's about 30 minutes an hour. The new one, I think, is ×3 the size of this current farm. And they're just building it on the water.
So just push the water.
So the first
back.
one was the Burj Al Arab, that long hotel. Cool. They realized they done that. Cool, no problem. You got the one off islands here and there. You got the palm. Now there's another one. They're actually going into the water and building, as opposed to going back close and more into the desert. Because it's just one of them things where I think people are clocking, families are clocking, and if essentially, remember we said this before, like Dubai is like a grid. It's one long road in between, and everyone just builds off. But some people are building off. But now they're realizing you can't go too far into the desert. We're gonna go into the water.
The oil money is.
But
crazy.
the money's long.
It's too long.
Long, like
it's
even
too
building
long. It's too long.
What's it called? What's that big building? The Burj Khalifa.
Yeah.
It was just like, we need something to invite people.
Yeah.
They didn't even have an airport at first. The guy who said let's build an airport, they were against it because they were like, they weren't thinking about tourism, as in the groups of people. One of them was just like, no, but Dubai's got to be a place where people can get to.
Yeah.
And we need a sufficient airline. So that's when they started building the Emirates. But obviously the money required was too much. It's like, okay, I'll pay for it. But they can do that.
Yeah.
2 billion? Cool, I'll pay for it.
Money is long, man.
Do you know what I mean? So they've continued and they're just going and going and going, but they're realizing that they're running out of land. So that's the issue. So they're like, all right, well,
Let's
we're
chase the
divided.
water,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah,
Let's spend the billions to chase the water back.
Is that what I'm saying?
Yeah, but at least they're doing stuff for their own people.
Yeah,
Whereas
Nigeria.
in Africa,
bro.
Nigeria, they're not doing anything. So when we have people like Burna Boy who is having the world shine on him and he still speaks about these issues in his music, it's really good because a lot of people don't like to say anything negative towards the powers that be because they can clamp you. They'll make it difficult for you. All the access. Remember, these guys use police security in Nigeria. They'll first of all take that one from you.
Mm-hmm.
Then second of all, they'll find 1 or 2 cases for you to be rocking with. Anyway, they'll come and bust your house. They'll find weed around because they're young boys. Slap him with NDLEA. Start paying courts. They'll make life difficult. So nobody really wants to.
It's like
yeah.
in India, that rapper, what's his name?
Oh, the one that died?
One who got killed over there.
Same thing. You know, in politics, where remember they
took his security and they killed him the next day.
Serious.
Who took his screw? The powers that be?
Politics,
the government.
Why did they take his security?
Because he was
getting into politics himself.
He
innit?
was rapping about
You know what I mean? Same thing
political
as
stuff. So they just took it.
You know what I mean? Someone who
And the
tries to
next
lie-
day,
is
Bro, he was
peak,
killed.
bro.
Very next day.
The
It's
next
so
day, they
peak.
didn't
They
even
removed the
wait.
security detail when he was gone the next day.
Yeah.